everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? So good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what me and Sam are up to today. He's just laying out here with me, kind of taking in the sights and listening to the neighbor, excuse him, on his mower over there. But I'm fixing to do a little bit of decorating on my front porch today, and I'm not doing anything special, you guys, because I have everything made pretty much from last year, and I'm just reusing that this year. We are going to go into my island, and I am going to make up a very quick swag with a 9-loop funky bow on it, and that will be a good, I'm going to put right here what time that portion of the video will start if you want to skip right to that point and just do the funky bow tutorial. For those who are just beginning making bows and funky bows, this will probably be a good one. I'm going to make a good one for you guys to watch and learn from. 9-loop funky bow is about the smallest one I make, and it's very easy and anybody can do it. And I'm just going to tie it right onto a couple of picks, and it's just going to be a nice little swag, a nice little fall swag. So come along with me and Sam as he's just laying out here. And we're going to do a little bit of decorating and creating today. Be right back in just a second when I'm in at the island. Hi everyone, here I am back inside, standing here at my island, fixing to do a couple of things here. I need to fluff out this bow. This is the swag that I made last year for my red lantern, that you can kind of see it sitting right there. So I'm going to tie this on and do a little decorating inside the lantern. And then I have another little swag here I need to kind of fluff up, and it goes on that stand. Remember that stand I got from the pottery a couple of years ago that I replace, you know, each season? I had my Porch rules sign on it for my, you know, summer cozy corner. So I think I'll go and run and get that, and we'll put that together. And then I'm going to be making a funky bow, a 9-loop funky bow. And as I said, this is going to be a super easy bow for a beginner crafter. This would be a perfect, and then I'm going to make it into a very small swag. Very easy, very quick, and anybody could do this. So this would be really good for a beginning crafter or somebody who's never made a funky bow. Come along with me and try to do this. Cut yourself, put me on pause, and cut yourself 3 strips at 20 inches long of 3 different kinds of ribbon. So we have, I'm going to be using these 3, kind of just like a rust, and then a plaid, and then a pumpkin. It will work better if you have wired ribbon, if you use wired ribbon, and if it's about at least 2.5 inches wide for this purpose, it will be pretty. So pause me and then come back when you're ready, and I'm going to finish cutting my rest of my ribbon into 20-inch strips, and then I'm going to be dovetailing the ends. And I'll show you, when I come back, I'll show you how I dovetail, and then we'll make a bow together. All right, be right back in just a second. With my two of the 3 types of ribbon, cut 3 strips each, and here's the 3rd pattern, if you will, and I'm going to dovetail. So how I dovetail, and this isn't how everybody dovetails, but this is how I dovetail. I fold the ribbon in half lengthwise. I go to the edge and I cut up. Watch that back blade of that scissor, and make sure that that is above your finger so that you don't cut your finger. Had one of you guys tell me that you cut your finger. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's just awful. So be very careful. A lot of people will fold them and cut down. I can't do that. It doesn't look right when I do it. I've just done it this way for over 30 years, so, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. For me, can't teach an old dog new tricks. Me? Okay, now I'm ready to create this bow. Here I have 9 strips of ribbon at 20 inches long dovetailed so that the ends are pretty. This is going to be an odd numbered looped bow, which means to me that I am going to switch directions each time I add a ribbon into the bow. Now I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me back up here. You can see we have 20 inches of ribbon here. I want 5-inch tails on this ribbon, so I need 10 inches just to cover the 5-inch tails with each strip. And then I want 10 so that I can put it together to make a 5-inch loop. See that? So that gives us our 20 inches of ribbon. In effect, I just want to fold it in half and go to, I usually have my board sitting here, I didn't get it out today. But on my tape measure here, my fancy dancy tape measure, I'm going to go find 5 inches and I'm going to pinch it together right at that spot at 5 inches. And that is our first loop. Then I want to go to the back tail and I want to twist it to bring the right side up. This is two-sided ribbon. You'll see what I mean when I get to this one next. But I always like to turn that ribbon just for continuity's sake. Also, sometimes texturally the ribbon is just a bit different and it catches the light a little differently. So I like at least to begin with all the tails to be headed the right direction. We're going to go through the pattern over and over and over again until we're out of ribbon. So I'll pick up the next one. I'm going to go to 5 inches on my tape measure, pinch it together, and actually I'm going to twist or turn it first and then pinch it together right at that 5-inch mark. Go to that back tail. See how that's the back side? I want to twist that around to the front, just like that. Okay, we go to the third one in the pattern. Fold it in half. Find 5 inches, and then I'm going to be pointing that bow up from center. Center, meaning the center of the bow. What I am thinking about and picturing as the center of the bow, my thumb is holding on to the center of the bow, up from center. And then twist. Okay, so I have one going up, one going down, a loop, and a loop going up. So now we start over again, start the pattern again. And we're going to do the same thing, always pointing the loop the opposite direction of what you just did. So this time I'm going to point it down. Get that back tail and twist it. Come on now. I want to fold right on me. There we go. Okay. 5 inches. Kind of want my pumpkin. It really doesn't matter with the pumpkins. You'll drive yourself crazy if you try to get them going in the right direction every time. When you fluff the bow, they're going to be all different directions anyway, so I try not to stress over it too much. Go to that back tail and twist. And the next one. Point it down this time. Pinch it together at 5 inches. Twist. And the last time through the pattern, again, switching directions every time you add a loop. Really and truly, these are not hard bows to make. Anybody can do this, you guys. I promise, anybody can do it. Kristen is over there at the table, shaking her head, going, no, she can't do it. But I promise you, anybody can do it. She can't do it because she asked me to do it.
No, I can't do it because I can't tie a bow in a mason jar.
She can't do it because she can't even tie a bow in a mason jar. She gave me a mason jar for Christmas and she apologized for the bow as I was opening it up. And I was like, I didn't care. I love the bow no matter what. All right, there we go. We've now used all of our ribbons up and you can see that is a jumbled mess right now. I'm gonna grab my pipe cleaner. I'm gonna find the center as best you can, kind of eyeball it. You're gonna lay your pipe cleaner right beside your thumb, lift your thumb, put it right, snug it right underneath there, and then pull that pipe cleaner around to the back. Using the hand that you're holding the loops shut with as resistance, pull really tight and get these fingers that you're gonna twist the twist tie shut where the tie wrap, what the heck is it called? Oh my gosh, pipe cleaner. Get your fingers up really close, the ones that you're going to use to twist the pipe cleaner shut with, as close as you can to the back of the bow and twist. And I twist both. A lot of people twist just the pipe cleaner. Some people twist just the bow. I kind of do both. And you know, twist it many times to make sure that you have it on there really nicely. And there is the beginning of a funky bow, you guys. And the next thing is the most important step, truly, and that is the fluffing. So it is very important to fluff out, to get your fingers right down to where the pipe cleaner is shut at, and really yank on this bow. That's why you want to tie it really tight. Yank on these loops. Make them go where you want them to go. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Most important part of any bow, not just a funky bow, any bow that you make. If you fluff out the loops, it makes all the difference in the world. Then you can also separate out the tails if you want. With this size tail, it's okay if the tails kind of come up and mingle in with the loops. It's okay if you want to cut the tails down. That's fine too. This is your bow. You do whatever you want to do with it and make it pretty to your eye. And trust me, if it's pretty to your eye, it's probably going to be pretty to somebody else's eye, you know? So there we go. A 9-loop funky bow. Pretty, huh? Except that I've lost some of the plaids. There we go. I really like this yellow with the pumpkin. Okay, I'm going to stop because I know I'm going to have to turn this over and tie it onto something here. But there it is for now. Let it sit there. It's kind of pretty. Now, I'm just going to make a very, very, very quick little swag. And how I'm going to do that is just with these 4 picks. I got these picks, I believe, from Joann's for 40 or 50% off a couple of weeks ago. I had them left over from doing all of my fall decorating. So I don't want this to be a huge swag. I just want to have a little something something coming out from either side of the bow. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to tie 2 together going this direction and 2 together going that direction. I'm going to start with one and then I'm going to kind of layer another one on top. So I need to kind of tie these 2 stems together, and I'm just going to use a tie wrap to do that. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Then I'm going to tie these 2 together, making sure, see that? Making sure that the bow will fit snugly between the 2. Right about like that. And I'm going to use a tie wrap again and just tie them together. I'm going to put another tie wrap up here just to kind of shore it up a little bit. One down on this end just to shore it up, like I said. Make sure it doesn't come apart. And then I'm simply going to take this bow and I'm going to use the pipe cleaner and I'm just going to tie it right on, and then I'm going to use the pipe cleaner to tie it onto this little top of this little lantern I have out there. And put it on there pretty tight. And that's it. And then you fluff, 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 and make it really pretty and make it look like you want it to look. Pretty. And that's it for that one. I'm sure I'll do some more fluffing once I get it hung up. And this is the little one that I made for that little stand. Like I said, it's been in a bin since, you know, last fall. And as you can see, it came out looking pretty good. It needs a little fluffing. That's it. Looks like this was a 9-loop funky bow too. And then that'll hang on that little stand. And then, on my trash away, I'm gonna bring this lantern over here and put my camera up a little bit. Use these out in my red wagon. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some batteries in these. Okay, before I do my lantern, I just had a little idea here. I used one of my candle sticks that I usually have out on my porch for in here. So I thought I would just make up a quick little easy peasy little arrangement here. I'm just using plain old raggy old kitchen towels, just like that. And I'm going to take like a fall napkin. I'm going to kind of tuck that down, maybe. Then I'm going to use probably this candle just to give me like a little bit of a candle ring out there. It'll probably sit in the wagon in some way, or maybe in the crate that sits up on top of the wagon, kind of in the back, but just a little something, quick little arrangement, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there's that. And then these two will have candlesticks. They're already out there. I do want to tie a little something around this fella's little arm and foot. I think I'll use the plaid. Just to, actually around his little neck first. You know what, now I'll use the plaid. I'm just going to tie one of those square bows, which is really easy. You just take the left strip over the right strip, like that. Pull it, don't choke him, but pull it kind of tight. Make your loop. If it's double-sided, you need to twist that one in your right hand, and so that the right side comes out the other side, and that's it. Big old fat bow. And the end's pretty. Let's put something around her ankle too. Let's use a little bit of this. She's a fancy bear. She likes to have a ankle bracelet. Here's a good example. You want to twist this just like that to bring the right side out when you put that ribbon through. There we go. She looks all fancy now. Her little ankle bracelet. Okay, she's all ready to go. I did wash her when I took her out. She looks cute. Okay, now let me bring this lantern over here. I want to do a little something inside of it first. As you can see, I just have a pipberry garland that I got from the pipberrybarn.com. Scrolling across the bottom there, and I'll give you a link in the description. It's where I get most of my pipberries, the really nice ones. This pipberry has been in this same lantern for quite a while now, and I just reuse it. Same fairy lights have been in this lantern for quite a while now, and I just reuse them. And as you can see, I just stuck some, these are Dollar Tree flowers I got this year. And I just, let me get this out of here because I'm going to put this little scarecrow in here. I think I'm going to turn him this way because the lantern is going to be kind of tilted. This is the way somebody is going to be entering the steps from this direction. And so he'll be kind of looking at them. And let me just add a few more flowers there at his feet. Kind of right here. Maybe one above his head. And that's it. Just a little something something in there. Just say it's fall, y'all. Come on in. You know? I did have some of these. I don't think we need, maybe just one. Go. And turn it this way, and here's the swag, and I'm going to go ahead and tie it on, and then I'm going to fluff it up. Guys, I've made a command decision here. I want to replace the ribbon that I have in the back of this to tie this onto this lantern. What I'm using to tie it onto the lantern, I want something a little thicker. Let me see, what are the other ribbons that I have in my bow here? Let me run and see if I can find a little bit of this red ribbon. I'll be right back. Okey-dokey, I found a little bit of this red ribbon. I don't like that really thin ribbon. I don't usually use this to tie it around a lantern anymore. Things have changed, you know. You always, well, I kind of evolve and changed from year to year. So sometimes I need to tweak. An idea might be a little different this year than it was last year. So I want to put this ribbon into the back of the bow first before I tie it onto the swag, because this will pull the swag really nice and tightly. And tie the bow onto the swag. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lantern first, and then the front of the lantern around here. So I want that on the front, obviously, and I want to snug that right in to this little crook of this top here. I'm going to tie another one of those square bows left over right. I'm going to pull it really tight. See how that pulls that swag right up? As close as I can get it to the lantern. could have made a new funky bow for this, but I want to use what I used last year, you know? So I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe next year I'll make a new funky bow for this. There we go. Now turn it around. And there we go. Just pull it and fluff it and get it fixed. And I'll be right back, and I'm probably going to be in fast motion doing a little bit of decorating on the front porch, and then I'll come back for some final words. All right, be right back in a little while. Guys, I'm out here on my front porch now, and this is my red wagon that I always have sitting here, and this is a crate that sits up behind it. And I have another milk can back behind it that the crate is sitting on. Actually, the wreath I made to put on this house 5 years ago. I do not have a video for this, but it's on a big grapevine frame that I've had for literally decades. But I made this, and this is going to sit down in the wagon. So I'm going to probably put myself into fast motion here and do a little decorating here in my wagon for fall. So here we go. Done the porch, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you out here, even though I'll probably quickly come down here in the home tour just so all of it's together. But I think some people watch the home tour when they don't see other things, so I thought I would let you guys go ahead and take a peek at this. This is an old wreath I made last year, I believe, and gonna hang it right back here. I haven't sprayed Never Wet on anything yet. I am going to do that, and I'll give you a link for that. Although people have found it in the dollar store as of late. It's very good. It helps with wreaths and anything fabric. And I've sprayed it on leaves and flowers, you know, silk flowers and dried flowers and that kind of thing. Keeps them really nice. Anyway, I did switch out my flags. You know I love my cardinals. We live here in Virginia, and the cardinal is our state bird. So I had to have some cardinals somewhere. And I have this sunflower flag. I don't have a lot of fall flags. I didn't realize that. And I've got my wind spinners here, both purchased from Plow and Hearth. That one over there was purchased from the Plow and Hearth over in Madison, Virginia. It's bigger. I need to turn it so you guys can see it better. And this one was purchased at a little outlet store that we have right here in our town. And I changed out my gazing ball. And then these are our mums right there. Some are bigger. That's really big, and that one's not so big. But they're white, red, white, red, white, red all the way down the flower bed. And then here's the porch, and you can see here's my tripod and bin and everything, but you can see I used almost every single thing in my bin. I have just trash left in there, and I really didn't purchase much this year at all. All of this is left over from last year, other than I did make the swag up there. Of course, you saw me do that. There's the cushion and the pillow that I got from at home there on the chair, and that looks pretty, I think. And I just sat the little bear up on a box. There's the tricycle we got from that Bodacious Bazaar last year, along with that. And those lights, Chris has rigged those lights light up with all of the other lights in the front of the house. And there's my big wreath. And there, the lights aren't on yet. I'll try to take a couple pictures after dark and throw some pictures at the end of the video here for you guys so you can see it at night. But there we go. It's looking pretty good out here. As I said though, I really need to, I don't have a fall rug. We have the tree of life there, but boy, that's a mess. I really need to either clean that or get a rug to sit there. But anyway, I would call that a cozy corner, you guys. This whole vignette here, you know. But anyway, there we go. Haven't done my mailbox. I don't know when I'll get to that. I'm pretty pooped today, so I think I'm going to sit down and relax for the rest of the day. But anyway, let me come back here and say some final words. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys, I look a sight. I'm all hot and sweaty. I've been working hard. What can I say? It's a lot of work putting this fall decor up out here. It's warm out today though, you guys. See, in Virginia, we don't get really cold for fall for a while yet here. So, I mean, it's what, the end of September already, and it is probably, I would say, mid-80s, high humidity. But here I stand in the midst of all of my fall decor, which is really neat. And I don't mind that. I think it's wonderful. And let me just say thank you guys for stopping in here today. I appreciate your support. I just cannot express enough how much I appreciate your support, you guys. Y'all are awesome, every one of you. So let me just say, for those of you that are struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you guys have somebody there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each and every day, making the very best that you can out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your mind or on your heart, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love you guys to bits, to bits, to bits. And I keep you all in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. Hugs all around. And remember, in crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. Don't ever be afraid to step outside your box and try something new. You might be surprised at what you find. And with all of that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.